Have you ever wondered why some businesses thrive while others struggle to keep up? Today, we're going to explore a concept that might help answer that question. This concept is known as the parable of the pipeline. Imagine two friends, Pablo and Bruno, living in a small village nestled amongst the hills. Their task? To transport water from a mountain spring to their village. While both men start off carrying buckets, they soon choose different strategies. Bruno, the stronger of the two, decides to rely on his physical strength. He wakes up early, works all day, carrying bucket after bucket from the spring to the village. He's working hard, no doubt, but there's a limit to how much water he can deliver in a day. On the other hand, Pablo, a bit of a thinker, decides to take a different approach. Instead of exhausting himself carrying buckets, he starts building a pipeline from the spring to the village. His initial progress is slow, and he faces criticism from Bruno and others in the village. But Pablo remains undeterred. As Bruno continues his grueling routine day after day, Pablo works on his pipeline. He puts in the effort, time, and resources now, knowing that his pipeline will eventually allow him to transport water more efficiently with less effort. Now, here's where the magic happens. Once the pipeline is completed, Pablo can deliver water to the village effortlessly. While Bruno is still tied to his buckets, Pablo's pipeline keeps flowing whether he's working on it or not. So, how does this relate to the business world? Well, Bruno's bucket carrying is akin to the traditional way of working, where you trade your time for money. It's labor-intensive, and your earnings are limited by the hours you can work. Pablo's pipeline, however, represents a smarter way of working. It's about building systems or assets that can generate income continuously, without constant effort. The story of Pablo and Bruno provides a clear illustration of the difference between working hard and working smart. As we delve deeper into this parable, we'll explore how this concept can apply to your business or personal life. So, stay tuned. What distinguishes successful entrepreneurs from the rest? The answer lies not just in the volume of work, but in the manner of work. It is the eternal battle of working hard versus working smart. Let's illustrate this with an analogy. Imagine two taxi drivers, Bruno and Pablo. Bruno represents the traditional taxi service, working tirelessly day and night. He is always on the go, seeking out fares, getting paid for each ride. He works hard, no doubt. But the moment he stops, his income stops. His earnings are tied directly to his physical efforts. On the other hand, we have Pablo. Pablo represents a contemporary ride-sharing app like Uber. Instead of driving a taxi himself, Pablo built a platform connecting drivers with riders. He created a system, a pipeline, that generates income without his constant effort. While Bruno sweats it out on the streets, Pablo's system works for him. Pablo doesn't need to be present for every single transaction. His income isn't limited by the hours he can work in a day or the number of passengers he can ferry. His platform serves countless riders simultaneously, and each transaction adds to his income. Now, it's not to say that Pablo didn't work hard. He certainly did. But he worked hard to build a smart solution. A solution that works for him rather than him working for it. And that's the key difference here. Bruno works hard, very hard. But his earning potential is limited by his physical capabilities and the hours in a day. Pablo, though, has leveraged technology to multiply his earning potential. He's built a pipeline that generates income passively without his constant input. This is the difference between working hard and working smart. It's about creating systems, pipelines that can generate income passively. It's about leveraging technology and innovative solutions to multiply your earning potential. It's about making your work more efficient, more effective. So the next time you find yourself working tirelessly, ask yourself, are you working like Bruno or like Pablo? Are you working hard or working smart? Creating a pipeline like Uber allows for continuous income with less effort over time. Why do you think passive income is a game changer in the business world? Imagine a world where you're not trading hour for dollar, but instead Your hard work keeps paying off even when you're not actively working. This is the power of passive income. It's like planting a seed, nurturing it, and then enjoying the fruits of your labor long after your initial investment. Consider a successful YouTube channel or a blog that generates ad revenue. The owner of such a platform is not clocking in and out for a paycheck. Instead, they invest time and effort upfront to create engaging content. They design, record, edit, and upload a video or craft a compelling blog post. This process might take hours, days, or even weeks. But once the content is live and accessible, it becomes a potential source of continuous income. As viewers watch the videos or readers engage with the blog posts, the creator earns income. Every view, every click, every share, every comment, every new subscriber can translate into financial gain. And this income doesn't stop when the creator takes a break, goes on vacation, or even sleeps. The content keeps working, keeps engaging, keeps earning. But remember, passive income is not about getting something for nothing. It's about leveraging your skills, your creativity, your time, and your resources wisely. It's about building a system that can generate income with minimal, ongoing effort. The beauty of passive income is that it can free you from the constraints of a traditional job. It can provide you with financial stability and independence, allowing you to focus more on what you love doing rather than what you need to do to pay the bills. So, the next time you watch a YouTube video or read a blog post, remember, you're not just engaging with content, you're witnessing the power of passive income in action. Passive income, like a successful YouTube channel, can be a powerful pipeline for continuous revenue. How can you apply the parable of the pipeline to your business strategy? Well, the first step is understanding the power of the pipeline. It's about creating a system that generates a consistent and reliable flow. Now, let's consider the example of a product-based business. Traditionally, this kind of business might rely on a one-time sale. Sell a product, make a profit, and then move on to the next sale. But what if we could transform this business model into something more akin to a pipeline? That's where the idea of transitioning to a subscription model comes in. Instead of focusing on individual sales, we turn our attention to creating a steady stream of recurring revenue. In essence, we're building a pipeline. But how do we do that? Firstly, we need to ensure our product or service is something that customers will want on an ongoing basis. This could mean creating a product that naturally depletes over time, such as a skincare product or a food item. Or it could mean offering a service that provides continuous value, like a streaming service or a gym membership. Next, we need to make this transition enticing to our customers. This could involve offering a discounted rate for subscribing or bundling products together to provide added value. The goal is to make the subscription model more appealing than the one-time purchase. Then we need to focus on customer retention. This means consistently delivering high-quality products or services and providing excellent customer service. After all, a pipeline is only as good as its consistency. Lastly, we need to have a solid system in place to manage these subscriptions. This could involve using subscription management software or hiring a dedicated team to handle this aspect of the business. By following these steps, we can transform our business from a one-time sale model to a recurring revenue model. We're no longer chasing after each individual sale. Instead, we have a pipeline that provides a steady stream of income. Building your pipeline, like transitioning to a subscription model, can provide a steady stream of income for your business. What are the key lessons from the parable of the pipeline? We've journeyed through a tale today, the parable of the pipeline, and there are a few salient points that have emerged from this narrative. The story itself is simple, but the implications it has for our lives, especially in a business context, are profound. Firstly, we've seen the contrast between working hard and working smart. It's not to say that hard work isn't valuable or necessary. It most certainly is. But it's about channeling that effort in a way that doesn't just produce immediate results, but also sets the foundation for long-term gains. This is where the concept of working smart comes into play. Instead of toiling away tirelessly like Pablo, who carried buckets, consider the approach of Bruno, who built a pipeline. His initial efforts might have been strenuous and time-consuming, but the end result was a system that required far less effort to maintain and could provide a consistent output. This brings us to our second key takeaway: the power of passive income. The pipeline that Bruno built is a metaphor for a source of passive income, a system that, once established, continues to generate revenue with minimal extra effort. It's like planting a tree. You have to dig the hole, plant the seed, water it, and nurture it. But once it's grown, it provides shade, fruits, and a habitat for wildlife for years to come with little additional effort required. Lastly, we delved into strategies for building your own pipeline in business. This could take various forms, from investing in real estate or stocks, to creating a popular blog or YouTube channel, or even launching a successful product or service. The key is to identify opportunities where your initial effort can result in ongoing returns, rather than a one-time payoff. The parable of the pipeline is a reminder to focus on building systems that generate continuous income, rather than trading time for money. It's not just about working hard, but working smart.